Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. We got some news tonight, man. Here tonight on the show, man. A lot of news, man. We are literally a day away from WrestleMania, man. We are getting close to WrestleMania, and a lot of news coming out tonight, obviously, man. One of them being a lot of surprises, man. That could have lead up with a lot of bunch of things about the rumors that The Rock could be making an appearance at this show. I could have Vince McMahon officially back in the company. He officially agreed to a 2-year deal to at least for the next 2 years. He will be the chairman of the board. The plan in January was for him to come back and help with the sale of the company. But now I don't know where that's going. Apparently, I don't know if maybe even if the company gets sold. So a lot of times they do that. They you when you buy a company, you ask some of the employees to at least stay for a while. So the transition is a little bit smoother. If you have questions about something, you're like, oh, I can ask them. So then eventually, when they completely take control, that person, the old employee, was there to help them and make everything easier the transition. So I don't know if it might have something to do with that, but it looks like Vince McMahon has signed has agreed to a 2-year deal to be WWE's chairman. So there's a lot of stuff I could have lead it off with tonight, but the one that I went with Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio. Apparently, Triple H is very high on him as a heel, and he's looking at possibly putting him in, the whole Gunther, Solo Sikoa, Austin Theory class of potential the future of the company, right? The blue chip prospects. Apparently, he's very high on Dominik Mysterio. He's very happy with what he's seen as a heel, and he said he for sure has plans after WrestleMania and after this storyline with Rey Mysterio. So we'll see what happens. But apparently Triple H very high on Rey Mysterio, on Dominik Mysterio, and has some big plans to him that can lead Dominik Mysterio into being a star. Damn, man. Let's go through the news. Michael Cole was asked about a retirement. He said, I've been in the company for about 25, 26 years. If I go a few more years, it would be 30 years. I think that's where I would consider retirement after 30 years of doing this. So Michael Cole possibly saying it in a few years, maybe in the next 5 years, possibly consider retirement. Oh, wow. They can't even find the play-by-play guy for Raw right now. Wait until they got to find one for SmackDown too. Jesus Christ, man. But, maybe they could offer him more money to stay because that's not too far away. And the way they struggled finding play-by-play guys, and they could be in a huge problem if Michael Cole were to retire in the next 5 years. So hopefully not, man. But we'll see what happens there. Let's see. The stage was revealed last night, or was it tonight? I don't know. A very good stage, very fun stage, man. People are really loving the stage. Go watch the video if you haven't. It looks like a movie theater. They have all the wrestlers, like when you go to the movie theater and they're promoting the movies, all the wrestlers have like their own little movie. It's very cool. Go watch it if you haven't. Let's see here, more stuff. Roman Reigns will be the first WWE superstar ever to become. He's gonna defend the title in 3 different WrestleManias in the same reign. So in 37 in a triple threat match versus Bryan Danielson and Edge. At 38 versus Brock Lesnar, and here at 39 versus Cody Rhodes. No one has ever done that to defend the title in 3 straight WrestleManias in the same reign. Congratulations to Roman Reigns for accomplishing that, man. Let's see here. I think we're done with this article. Let's move along. Let's see here. So Dave Meltzer just said, Just an update on Randy Orton. Don't expect him to do any matches anytime soon, as he's ways away from recovering from his back issue. Reports are Randy Orton has landed in Los Angeles, but Dave Meltzer is saying do not expect any type of match, neither at WrestleMania or the Raw or the SmackDown after WrestleMania. He is not 100%. So I don't know what he's going to be doing there. Maybe he's just there to say hello to everybody. He hasn't seen the guy since probably June, July. So he might just be there to say hello to everybody, just like Big E. Big E's there, but obviously he's not wrestling either. A lot of the guys take this time because there's so many wrestlers are there. They just go in there and say hello, whether they're hurt, they're retired. Just because guys are going to WrestleMania does not mean they're going to be a part of it. A lot of wrestlers just go there to say hello to their friends because this is the time where it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's the one time of the year where everybody's going to be there. So they're like, let's just go there, say hello to everybody, maybe meet up with some fans. But a lot of guys, and I think that might just be the case for guys like Randy Orton and Big E. They're still hurt. They're just there to say hello to their friends. So there you go. So don't expect Randy Orton big angle coming up, at least not soon. Although there were reports by that WWE Creative has started planning stuff for Randy Orton. Maybe they'll do something with a promo or something or a backstage segment. But Dave Meltzer says he is not ready at all to compete. Do not expect Randy Orton to compete anytime soon. Let's see here. Let's move along. Britt Baker going to AEW here, at least briefly. Said that she's very happy with Jamie Hayter. That's my girl. She has the championship title. I'm not interested in striping that off her because this is her time. So Britt Baker said, I'm completely fine right now not being world champion. And I'm so happy for my friend Jamie Hayter. Let's move along. Let's see here. So Darks Harwood talking about the future with AEW. There's a 0 pens to paper right now for our contract decision. We know what we want to do. We got all the blessing we need. I think people will realize by next Wednesday on Dynamite, they will know what our decision will be. So pretty much, if they win the tag team championships, they're staying in AEW. If they don't win that match, they're probably leaving AEW. Pretty much. That seems to be what FTR is trying to say with that. So we'll see what happens on Wednesday. Jeff Jarrett talking about the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match. There's only one finish, I'll say. If Roman Reigns didn't do the honors, I truly believe it would hurt Roman worse than it would hurt Cody. So pretty much saying the honors mean he would lose. So pretty much Jeff Jarrett thinks that the right thing is for Cody Rhodes to win that match. And that Roman Reigns would look really bad. It's not his choice, though. It's probably Vince McMahon, Triple H. It's not pendejo face for Jeff Jarrett. Roman Reigns talking about Sami Zayn. Nobody would be able to be the honorary Uso other than Sami Zayn. He's enduring in that way where you want something good for him. Even if he doesn't deserve it, you still want it for him. So pretty much saying he likes Sami Zayn. I think this is kind of off character by Roman Reigns. Pretty much saying that he really liked working with Sami Zayn as an honorary Uso. Okay, going forward. Bobby Lashley talking about his WrestleMania plans. Right now, we're trying to figure out what I'm going to do at WrestleMania. Being the almighty former WWE champion and everything like that, still in search of finding that big matchup. All right. So Bobby Lashley says they're still trying to figure out what to do for him at WrestleMania. So maybe there is a plan. Like I said, very simple. Tonight on SmackDown, in the Andre the Battle Memorial Battle Royal, have Ham and LA Knight trying to eliminate each other, and both of their feet land on the floor at the same time. That means there is a tie, which means they have to have a match or a trophy at WrestleMania to determine a winner. Simple as that. Easy eat lemon squeeze me. Let's see here. So this is Bruce Pritchard talking about Vince McMahon. He hasn't had creative input yet. He made one TV appearance and really had nothing to say other than great show. Thank you, guys. He's busy working on the business end of things and has given us free reign. So pretty much Bruce Pritchard saying that he's not involved with creative. It's just him, Triple H, the writers and the producers. But he does, I think, have a say. Like I said, I don't think he's running the creative on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. But I think during the week, I'm pretty sure he meets with Triple H or maybe other people in the creative. Well, he definitely has a say in it. So WWE doing or more like AAA is doing a show, and they're gonna have a bunch of AEW guys on the show. So maybe I know they're a little bit mad because of what happened last time, where FTR defended the tag team titles, and then after the match, they lost the tag team titles, and then one of the guys, Dragon Lee, said, "I'm going to WWE." So Tony Khan was pissed. They're like, "You had my guys to go there, lose their titles, and then the other guy just announced he's going to WWE." He didn't like that. So their partnership has been kind of fractured a little bit, but it looks like it's getting maybe back. They're getting back on to working together. So we'll see AEW and AAA. So Cody Rhodes says that he and Triple. So remember back in, I believe, 2019, Cody Rhodes he broke a throne and with a sledgehammer, and pretty much that was Triple H. He was like almost like it was like towards a message to like Triple H, like declaring war. Obviously, it was back when he was in AEW in 2019. He says, "Me and Triple H have not mentioned the Broken Throne discussion, whether he'd like to." So he said, "I would like to at one point talk about it, but we have not discussed it." Yeah, I don't think Triple H is too interested in it. I don't think he even cares that much, especially now that he's not even with that company. But that's so crazy how like 3-4 years ago he did that, and now he's with the company. Jesus Christ! And here's the Vince McMahon news about him being back as an employee. Vince McMahon is now officially a WWE employee. Again, according to the new filing with SEC, he was previously understood to be a board member only since his January return. Yeah, so now he's back as an employee. And here's the whole Triple H. Triple H is very high on Dominik Mysterio and his future past this angle with Rey Mysterio. And there are long-term plans for him to be a star. So yeah, Triple H very high on Dominik Mysterio, man. Samoa Joe was at Jay-Z's concert last night, and he was fucking dancing and shit. That was hilarious. So this is pretty interesting right here. CM Punk deleted Instagram post came at a time while sites in AEW were working on a reconciliation that was at least in principle agreed to per decision of Tony Khan, who wanted CM Punk back. Where things stand at this moment are unknown. So they were actually negotiating to bring CM Punk back when he decided to do all that fucking Instagram post about talking shit about John Moxley, Chris Jericho, about everybody. Pendejo face for CM Punk, man. What would you do that at the same time you're negotiating a potential return? Jesus Christ, pendejo face. Big E talking about his future in his career, basically. Still haven't gotten the 1-year checkups yet. We're actually going to do that when we get back home. I gotta start all over. Still haven't gotten the 1-year checkups yet. We're actually going to do that when we get back home after WrestleMania. Early April, during that first week, we'll get another set of scans. So he said, I need to get that 1-year scan after breaking my neck exactly 1 year ago. So we'll see. Hopefully, Big E gets good news when he gets his testing, man. Hopefully. So that new show, All Access, pretty much like a reality show for AEW. The ratings came out. It is 328,000. So pretty much they got around 300,000 views. Dana White power slap contest got averaged about 297,000 views. So a little bit higher, but it could go down for AEW because it's the first one. So everybody wants to see what's it about. it usually goes down after the first episode. So maybe they're gonna be averaging around the same thing that Dana White's Power Slam contest was averaging, which was a little bit under 300,000 views. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, they got 300,000 views for the first episode. And then for Dynamite, they got 833,000. So again, that's where they seem to be stuck at, somewhere between 800,000 to 900,000. They can't get that million mark. Just like Monday Night Raw, it seems like they're stuck about like around 1.7, and they can't get that 2 million mark. But hey, whatever. That seems to be the ratings now for ever since CM Punk left. They just can't get 1 million mark. Let's go back. Let's see here. And this is Tony Khan talking about AEW going to London. That announcement about AEW in London is coming very, very soon. I don't want to say exactly when, but believe me, it'll be very, very soon. I'm going to guess in the summer maybe, or the fall. We'll see what happens about AEW going to London. And then he talked about working for Stardom. I think that's another wrestling company in Japan. I am interested in working with Stardom. It's something that I've talked to New Japan about, and obviously they have that business relationship there. It's definitely something I'd be open to. So he loves talking. He loves working with other companies. Tony Khan. Let's see here. I think we're done. All right. I think we got one more article. No, two more. Or websites, whatever the hell they're called. Big E, pretty much, like I said, he made an appearance last night with the Usos and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Like I said, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's doing better. He said mentally he's doing really good. And he said physically as well, he just got to get cleared by the doctors. Let's see here. Yeah, this is just pretty much repetitive from the other websites. All right. Where did I see the Vince McMahon agreeing to be the chairman for 2 years? I can't find that anymore. But anyways, apparently that was the whole thing, that he's agreed to be the chairman of WWE for the next 2 years. Maybe some more information will come about that tomorrow, and I'll talk about it. Let's get that article. How's the audio, by the way? All right, good. Because I had a computer update, and I was actually wondering about that. I was supposed to start by checking the audio. Pendejo face for me. Imagine if it would have sucked. But anyways, it's good. So final article, and then we're done. We are done here tonight on a Friday. So they're saying that the Usos might have accidentally spoiled the beans, saying they're actually going to main event night one with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think Jey Uso said main event, baby, and a lot of people are saying that maybe he accidentally spoiled that they're fucking they're going to be main eventing night one, but he could be referring to himself as main event Jey or whatever how his nickname was. So I don't know, man. But all we know is night one is opening John Cena Austin Theory, and then night two is closing Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. We don't know anything else. That's all we know. We don't know the main event for night one. We don't know the opening match for night two. We know the matches, but which ones are going to be on Saturday, which ones are going to be on Sunday, but we don't know who's main event. We don't know the order outside of John Cena, Austin Theory, the first match on Saturday, and Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, the final match on Sunday. That's all we know. The Rock, they're saying there's a good possibility he could at least make an appearance. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Nick Khan was at ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, and he said expect a lot of surprises. So that could be one of them. The Rock making some type of appearance. So we'll wait and see. So there, some of the guys, obviously, WWE trying to get on Brian Cage from AEW, his contract is set to expire, and also Jay White, whose contract already expired with New Japan. Those are two guys they are hoping to get maybe as soon as right after WrestleMania. I think Brian Cage's contract still has not expired yet, that Jay White has. So those are two other names to look. WWE could possibly be signing very soon here. Brian Cage and Jay White. So we'll see, man. Roman Reigns said he'd be willing to continue with the company for a while. He said, all I'm doing right now is dominating the wrestling world and raising children. And those paychecks, as long as they continue to look as good and massive as they do, I will for sure continue to do this. So Roman Reigns, there have been some talks about him going to Hollywood, just like The Rock and John Cena and Dave Bautista. But apparently, he still seems to be very interested in being part of WWE. He said he loves it. He said the money's great. So he said, as long as I can work on this schedule that I'm in right now, part-time, and continue to really be able to spend time with my family and raise my kids, I for sure will continue to be interested in doing this. So they're saying he's going to take a long break after WrestleMania, especially assuming he's going to lose the titles to Cody Rhodes. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But apparently Roman Reigns said I still plan to stick around for a while. Like I said, as long as the paychecks continue to be as massive as they have been. So some of the NXT calls up. Everybody thought that for sure Braun Breaker was going to be calling up. But now people are saying they don't know because I think they're doing another show in May, another pay-per-view, and he's being advertised to be on that show. But you never know, because I remember Kevin Owens debuted and he was still NXT champion, and then like a month later he lost the NXT champion. Same thing I believe when Paige, when she debuted, she was still NXT Women's Champion. So just because they're still champions, I believe Braun Breaker is the NXT champion right now. They can still be champions, debut, and then they lose them. So maybe he retains at Stand and Deliver, and then maybe he loses it in the next pay-per-view. He could still debut and maybe for the first few weeks be the NXT champion, maybe be working both NXT and a main roster, and then he'll lose. That's what Kevin Owens and Paige did for that first few weeks, month. They were still the champions. CM Punk said he reunited with FTR. He took pictures. Actually, they reunited where? In Los Angeles. I don't think it has nothing to do with WrestleMania. But then they were doing their podcast, FTR, and CM Punk said, send a message to the fans. Tell them I miss them. And everybody was cheering, we love you. And then they were like, we see everybody loves you. I think they were doing the podcast in public with the fans. So that's why CM Punk did that. He sent a message because they were doing it in public. All right. So now Britt Baker, now obviously after her freaking boyfriend recovered from a 9-month concussion, now she's dealing with a back and neck injury. And that's why she's been kind of silent and almost just been like Britt Baker's, just been like Jamie Hayter's like sidekick, because currently she can't wrestle. She said, if I would have to wrestle, I would find a way to, I would suck it up. She said, during my AEW Women's title reign, I did at one point break my hand and I continued to wrestle. So she said, I have very high pain tolerance. So she said, if Tony Khan makes me wrestle, I could 100% do it. But this is a back and neck injury I've been dealing with for a while. So now, Jesus Christ, now Adam Cole's finally healthy, but now Britt Baker's dealing with a back and neck injury. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. Speedy recovery for Britt Baker, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think we are finished. Let's see here. I think we're officially finished. Let's see here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm finished. Holla.